Hi, so we're going to make a herbal infused oil, and this will be a sun infused oil, so it needs to sit in the sun for at least a month, sometimes longer. And like with any herbal infusion, it's really herbal preparation. It's really good to tune in with the plant and ask it how long it would like to, it needs to be infused. You can do this twice, so you can do this process and then filter it and then infuse them again. It's nice to do it for at least a moon cycle. We've got what we're going to make today. You can do this with so many plants, so it's really up to you to check in with what plant you want to use and for what purposes, and to check in with the plant to see, the reason why and how you're going to use it. So today we're going to make calendula. So we've got lots of dried calendula petals and rosemary, again dried, and a little tiny bit of yarrow. So we've got here the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and a little bit of yarrow to integrate them together. This is the calendula in my garden. Just wanted to talk a little bit about sustainable harvesting, especially with calendula. Its petals love to be sun dried on the plant. So as you can see here, you can wait till they're ready to be picked, and then they just want to give it away. They're basically going to drop off anyway. And that's all we need. And then the plant, that will then form seed heads. So if you're really listening to a plant, they'll tell you when they're ready to give. The deep listening as opposed to doing to plants is a very strong theme in calendula, and you can read more about that. I've got free articles on my website about these plants, about the deeper aspects of them. So sustainable harvesting, listen to the plant when it wants to give, when it's ready to give. It will give so lovingly. Never take more than a third of what's in bloom. Remember, we're not the only things that use plants. There's bees, there's insects, there's an incredible amount of beings that also use plants too. So really consider this when you're harvesting. So depending on what you want to use this for, will help you decide what oil you want to make. Today we're going to make a organic extra virgin olive oil. But if you were going to use this for facial oil, you might want to use something a bit more delicate, or if it's for a womb oil, you could use olive oil for that. But it's really up to you to decide what oil you want to use and for what purpose you're going to be using it. If you're wanting a massage oil, just be aware of it's going to be sitting in the sun, so you want an oil that's not going to go rancid with sun or heat. So both of these, calendula is really healing for the skin, but also for wounds. So it can be just a pure calendula oil can be really great just to have on hand for wounds, grazes, cuts, that sort of thing. Rosemary is also great for the skin. It's stimulating, it's cleansing, and a little bit toning, same as yarrow is quite toning and cleansing. Rosemary's also got the muscle relaxing properties, so for sore muscles, that sort of thing. So obviously it's really important to use organic plants and organic oil, because you're going to be putting it on your skin. So the importance of not having plants from your garden should be fine as long as you don't use fertilizer or pesticide. You can see the value of eating organic food so that you're not putting strong chemicals into your own garden compost and then into your herbs and plants. So always choosing organic oils as well. Basically, to make a sun infused oil, we're just going to simply put the herbs in a jar. You want a clear jar because it's going to have the sun going onto it. It's a beautiful oil to make with the sun infused method with calendula, because it's a sun plant. It's really the masculine, the healed masculine plant, or the plant that can heal the divine masculine if it's unhealed by having an integrated feminine. So you're just going to pack that in, and then we're going to put in some rosemary. So this should give it a beautiful scent as well. You can crunch these up quite small if you want. And you fit a bit more in. You can do this with some fresh herbs as well, but again, just tune in with the plant. See, ask it what would be best. If you're using fresh plant, you'll often need a lot more of the plant, so because of the water content. So if you're using dried, it's a bit more potent usually. But some plants really want to be used fresh, so it's good to tune in with the plant. And we're going to add our little bit of yarrow to integrate the two. And then I'm just going to activate those a little by scrunching it up, especially the rosemary. And then it's as simple as pouring on the oil. And you want to cover the plant material. So it's good to make it, you can make big jars of this, so as much as you want. And you will lose a bit when you filter it, so you might want to make a bit more than you need. So these infused oils, these can be used as in lots of other preparations. So once you've got these are like medicinal oils, and then you can use them in creams and soaps, all sorts of other preparations once they're complete. So basically that's it. It's as simple as that. And you want to keep it in the sun and shake it each day. And make sure that all the plant material is always under, otherwise you can get mold and that sort of thing. So after your designated time, whether it's a moon cycle or a bit longer, all you need is a fresh sterilised jar to keep it in, or a bottle. You might want to use something darker for this, a funnel, and some material to strain it through. So you can use this. I quite like these bags. They're quite good because you can put all the plant material in and squeeze and get all of the oil out. So that's your infused oil ready, and you can use that directly on your body, or you can use it in other preparations. So lots of creams have these infused oils. Wherever there's a oil needed in your cream, you can blend that in to make the cream, and then you've got the medicinal properties of the plant within that. So I wanted to show you one I've made earlier, just for the beautiful colour. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. So this is a calendula and rosemary oil that I've made earlier. So beautiful golden colour. It had a little bit of chamomile in it as well. So yeah, that's the process. It's really very simple. So enjoy.